Ryan, you're gonna have to tuck it in because there's an ear coming across all broken and garbled in my ear.
Hey, everybody, this is Brian backstage. We're working through a little technical difficulty. I think we're good. Chief, take your show away.
You sound like a robot. I hope the sound is okay. Can you hear?
You're
Testing
live,
1,
Chief.
2,
The
3.
show is live.
Oh, okay. Copy. Hey, welcome to CombatVetVision. Having a lot of difficulty this morning or this afternoon, just putting stuff together. Hey, thanks a lot for being on the show. This is CombatVetVision. This is where a lot of us get to come on, veterans, myself, my co-host, JB Brown, world-renowned chef. He gets them on, and a lot of our veterans, sponsors, supporters, volunteers to talk about things that are interesting, that are important, that things that are going on for our veterans, things that make a difference in our veterans' lives, our families, things that are just needed sometimes. One of the things I just want to talk about real briefly before I introduce my guest is, there's a lot of veterans organizations out there. There's some things that are going on that are super incredible that need to be said, need to be brought up. I have been reached by many organizations, a few of them this week that were brought to my attention. An organization this morning that hit me up, and organizations that I'm part of, that I participate with, the Warrior Foundation, the PTSD Foundation, Recon Chief Incorporated. These organizations are super important. They're team players, force multipliers, things that really are super important. And they all have their own brands. They all have their own labels. And I'm one of those team players that want to bring that to the forefront. And I believe that is important for all you organizations out there that are doing important work, doing important things, to bring that to the forefront as well. And a lot of times that just is an incredible that I get to do when I bring another guest on deck, which is Doc Dougherty from Combat Connect, all the way from the East Coast. Thanks for being on my show. Welcome to the show. He's another great organization. And then we'll get with JB in a little while with JB's Kitchen and have some great discussions with him as well. So, hey, Chris, how you doing, brother? Welcome to the show.
Hey, what's going on, Chief? Hey, JB. Nice to see you guys.
Hey, it's good to see you. Hey, I have very bad signal right now, so I can't hear anything that's coming through the mic. So this is going to be kind of like your show, brother. So, hey, do me a favor and just talk about, talk about your organization, talk about you're United States Air Force vet, go into that a little bit, law enforcement, go into that, and then talk about Combat Connect and what that's done for you. Thanks a lot for being part of, getting out there in the organizations to see what they're doing and being part of a lot of things that I'm part of to really help our veterans together. We've shared some veteran stuff and talk about some of the things that you're doing and go with that. So I may not be able to hear this, so I'm gonna have to go back and listen to it, but go ahead, brother.
All right. Well, thanks again for inviting me to your show. Super excited to be here. Again, my name is Doc Dougherty. I'm with Combat Connect, an organization that I founded along with two other co-founders in December of 2020 to help out veterans and first responders and their immediate family get through the transitional period in their life. Me personally, I was with the United States Air Force, the Chair Force, I like to call it, from 2001 to 2016. I was a traditional reservist, including senior ROTC time at the University of Central Florida, and I commissioned and progressed in my career to be a deputy flight commander for a little over 40 airmen who worked in the area of tactical communications, where we set up communications for over 200 users in austere locations within 72 hours. I also was an Orange County deputy from 2006 to 2020 until I medically retired from the sheriff's office after having, unfortunately, a full blown on mental health crisis, which I was later diagnosed with schizoaffective disorder and a myriad of other things. Um, so because of my retirement, I was in a really horrible place in my life, and my co-founders and I came up with this idea to again start Combat Connect to help disadvantaged veterans like myself um, progress in their lives. Chief, can you hear me now? Hey, Chief, you're muted on my end, sir.
Oh, wait, am I unmuted now?
You're good now, Chief.
Yeah, you are.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. Cool. All right. All right. Hey, thanks. Hey, Doc Dougherty. I know you go by Doc because there's a lot of history in that part with your dad's name and everything like that. But hey, did you talk about your law enforcement service as well as your Air Force service?
I did. Yes. And yeah, I'm not
Cool.
here to
And
steal
and talked
anybody's
about
thunder.
Combat Connect.
My the reason I'm nicknamed Doc is not to pretend that I'm a doctor or a medic by any means. I didn't have a I had a I did have a real job like Chief did, but my last name is actually pronounced Dougherty from um, my dad's side of the family mispronounced it for a long time, and I brought back the Irish um, way of saying it, which is Dougherty. But my dad was an aviator in World War II, Korea, and Vietnam, and served in the Air Force for 34 years. And his call sign was Doc. So when I got to ROTC at UCF, we had three Chris's, and I said just call me Doc, and it stuck since then. So you mentioned Combat Connect, Chief. I know we're lagging today, so I'll touch on that. Combat Connect is a nonprofit corporation, 501c3, registered in the state of Florida. We believe in sharing the love of Christ with everybody, regardless of their demographic or denomination. We focus our energy into four pillars to execute our mission. The first and foremost pillar is personal development, which incorporates um, the mental health, life coaching, um, physical health, etc., and spiritual health, of course. The next area is financial education, where we teach a financial literacy program, uh, and then is career enhancement, which we focus on transitioning our veterans from the civilian work or the military environment to the civilian workforce, and then lastly is advocacy, which is anything we possibly can do to help our clients out, whether they are unhoused or they need assistance with getting their veterans disability rating improved. We have organizations that we provide referrals to that will get that accomplished, and um, post 9/11 GI Bill and all that fun stuff. Back to you, Chief.
Nice. Hey, where are you mainly located out of, and and where do you normally serve your veterans? I mean, you can serve them from anywhere, but if somebody wants to get a hold of you and find you, where can they do that?
So I did mention we are 100% volunteer task force that that's postured throughout the United States in over 35 states from the last time I checked, and we have a little over 60 connectors um, nationwide, and our clients are um, mainly the best way to get our services directly is to hop on our webpage at combatconnect.org and fill out a very quick application to speak with one of our specialists to get them started in getting enrolled in our services.
No, that's good stuff. And is there anything else you want? Feel free to do so. And if there's any other information that someone might need, you partner with a lot of other nonprofit organizations and other partnerships. You've sent some really good information out, and you have a great, I would say, a great map of that. If another organization needed, some information on how to copy that, is to like send something out that says, hey, we just want to have a great partnership with another organization just to utilize your information, just so that we can put it on the web page and share your information out. And I'd say your organization is really good about doing that. I think that's an important factor. If you could talk a little bit about why those partnerships are super important and why you're doing that.
Sure. I have a lot of I invest a lot of time and energy myself personally into our alliances because we want to share other nonprofit and for-profit organizations that are veteran centric to provide so we can provide the best services that we can to our clients because we don't do everything at Combat Connect, but we want to have those connections, um, hence the Connect and Combat Connect, um, to other resources so that we can gear our clients up and get them the right tools necessary to be successful in life. So um, we have approximately 15 alliances off the top of my head, and they range from a, um, a great alliance with the University of Massachusetts Global that provides us a discounted tuition rate for our clients and our connectors. Um, Also, uh, another organization or a few of them is Shield of Odin, which provides Nexus and DBQ letters for our veterans that need to get their rating increased. Valiant Health is a similar alliance, and then lastly, I'd like to just another example is Warrior Golf Academy is pretty cool. They're located in Florida, but they do physical health therapy with our veterans that are interested in pursuing golf, which a lot of us veterans do, right? Especially us chair force folks. We definitely played quite a bit of golf. So um, I the and then we're working on approximately 20 other alliances right now. Just waiting on the responses to see if they want to move forward with the relationship. Again, it's important for us to have these alliances so that we get the best services for our clients.
Hey, thanks a lot. And you know, is there any last words you want to put out there before I give it over to JB for his segment? But feel free to add any last words or any last things you want to throw out there. Contacts, any way to get a hold of you. Feel free to throw that out there, brother.
Sure. Anybody can reach me at my phone number. If you want to throw it up as an image later, it's 302-212-0327. That's our main line for Combat Connect and my business line. So if anybody has anything, feel free to give me a call. And we'll discuss whatever y'all want.
Hey, thanks a lot, Doc Dougherty. Appreciate you, brother. Thanks for being on, and thanks for being involved in a lot of the things that I'm involved in. So thanks for keeping pushing for our veterans support. Much appreciated and love for you, brother. Strength and honor.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thanks so
Thanks,
much for
Doc.
inviting me on your show, Chief.
Hey, and you're welcome
JB.
to hang out till the end.
Thank you.
Appreciate you. Hey, and then quick reminder before I turn it over, right after the show at 1400, we'll be doing the Zoom meeting. And anybody that wants to get on, talk about the show or talk about anything they want to talk about, accountability. If you want to just have the camaraderie, just pop on and do a check-in, a buddy check, whatever you want to do. That's out there. So hit me up if you want the link to that, or the link. You can ask for it, and then I'll make sure that you get it, or you can look at it through some of my portals. But JB, hey, you probably got a lot to talk about this time. Always throwing it out there with the chef stuff. I mean, this is JB Chef's Kitchen. So this is your segment, brother.
Okay.
Let's go.
Good afternoon to you, Aaron, and to Doc and Brian behind the scenes, and to all listeners. I have a lot of recipes. A lot of them I keep in my head. But every good meal starts with a recipe, a plan. And if you fail to plan, your plans will fail. So it's important that executing anything in the kitchen, have to have a plan. And I execute that plan and I build my meal accordingly. And then I serve it. And people either like it or don't like it. So most of the time nowadays, everybody loves it. I get a lot of good kudos. But
yeah, I've had a few, and only a few so far, and they've been outstanding.
Okay, thank you. But the reason I'm saying that is a lot of vets today coming out of the military, they're getting better about dealing with what are they going to do when they get out? How do they transition to civilian life? Do they use a counselor? Do they use any opportunity that's afforded to them? Here at the Veterans Transition Resource Center, we do not just vets, but we do their spouses and their children if they need services. It's so important that we give the families all of our resources, because if a vet's not getting his family taken care of or help with, then he's not at 100%. And we like our veterans to get all the services that they're due and what they can do. And that's really important. And today he was talking about working with the university, and I never thought of that. I work with UNLV here, University of Las Vegas, Nevada, and I work with the students. I do judging competitions there with the whole department. And it's like if a chef wants to learn, or a cook comes out of the military and they're a veteran, they get their GI Bill, and we can help them with that. And we can and I mentor a lot of chefs around the country that are military people that have gotten out, been blown up, been sent to culinary school, and now they're working on projects. And I keep in close contact, like you do, Aaron. We're here to help. We're here to serve. And it's sort of like, we learned a long time ago when we were first in service that you don't leave a brother behind. And that's why we have servant hearts. So we serve our public. And it's very important to me that I can relay that to veterans coming out, not knowing where they are or what they want to do, help them try to discover some of that. And it's like anything. It's like working with the cook in the kitchen, and you're telling him the theory about a recipe, and all of a sudden light up, you know that he gets it. You know that he's going to be able to do that task and make that recipe with love and nutrition and all the things that people need from him. And that's a wonderful feeling. When I go and work with one of my chefs, sometimes special forces or military group. I used to go once a year, but I'm getting a little older now. So I started a podcast with you, Aaron. It's a little easier to do than feeding 1,500 guys twice a day. But I used to go and I used to give them love. And, you know, a lot of guys in the military don't get to eat good food. And, you know, it's the powdered this and the powdered that, or the MREs or whatever. So it's always good to give a little love. And, you know, I want to put a shout out to a group of chefs that are working. They're young chefs. They're called Freedom Chefs. And it's one of each military service. There's one from the Coast Guard, one from the Army, one from the Air Force, one from the Force, one from the Marine Corps. That's about it. Competition. And then from there, they go to the Culinary Olympics in Germany every year. So, you know, kudos to those guys. They're a great group of people. We had our national convention here in July for the ACF, which I've been a lifetime member of. And they competed and they worked together, and they had a dinner to help raise funds to send them to the Culinary Olympics and the World Cup. And I'm going to maybe be putting a dinner on in the spring here at CSN to help them raise some funds and show the magic that they can create and feed our chapter. So, and it'll be open to the public also. But, you know, we're giving back. That's what we do here at the VTRC. That's what Aaron does with Warrior Built and Recon Chef or Chief, Recon Chief, and
the PTSD Foundation.
Yeah,
Doesn't come anymore, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's like we're coming together, and I'm learning how to do like hashtags on websites and how to put more up in front so that veterans have as many tools as they can when they're trying to function in life and all of the long road that they have to achieve. You know, it's not an easy trudge. And, you know, like Doc, he has a group that helps people function the really difficult road of the VA claims division. I mean, it's just, unless you know what you're doing, right or wrong, getting the right verbiage. My case was I was denied 3 times over 41 years because I didn't have the right verbiage from the right people, from the right doctor. And once I received that, then everything went very smooth, very fast. It was like night and day of dealing with the VA claims. I mean, it was an amazing time in my life, because it was life altering for me. It really made a difference. And when I really got thinking about retiring and working with a veterans association, a nonprofit. And since I'd already worked with the VTRC, they helped me get to where I was in my claims and in my needs, then I turned around and said, I'm going to be of service to them, to all the veterans. You know, on that road now, in that journey since 17. So it's eight years now. I've always worked with nonprofits and giving back because I have a servant heart. But now it's really important for me to reach more people, to talk about not just good food, and good camaraderie, but also giving education, giving mentorship, giving of myself to the needs of the veteran population here in the United States. There's a lot of vets that don't have a clue. I didn't have a clue until I came here, and you know, he took one look at my denied forms, and he says, "It's real simple. You need 2 sentences from a doctor. You just need more verification." And there's a lot of veterans out there that experience that in their claims, and they don't know what to do about it. So it's a long road, but it's a very fulfilling road. And you know, we give back daily, and now I get to, if you want to reach out to the VTRC, we can put the number up on the screen at a later time. We have a VSO here, a veteran service officer, or a certified veterans advocate here. And if he can't help you, we have a list of attorneys that work with us that are veterans attorneys. They're only allowed to collect a certain amount from a veteran. I hear all the time stories of people went to a attorney and they're paying them 1/3. Well, they don't realize that the veterans are supposed to be, attorneys are only supposed to be able to collect 1%. There's a set fee by the VA. So, but I guess there's a lot of attorneys that are doing it, and a lot of veterans places. I mean, we even have one here in Las Vegas that will do your, I mean, you can be from anywhere in the United States and they'll do it for you, and they'll charge you an exuberant amount of money instead of the 20% that an attorney will charge you. So a veteran's attorney. So, you know, knowledge is power. I learned that a long time ago. And if you have the right knowledge, then you have the power to move your life forward. And that's what we're trying to give. A path, a formula, you know, that plan in your life to move forward at a better speed and at a better course to meet your objectives. And as our advocate always says, dealing with the VA, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. And it can be that. So, you know, my heart goes out to the vets, their spouses, their family. If you have needs, we're here in Vegas, and I'm here for you. If I can possibly be. I can't help everybody, but I'll, I'm sure, try to help as many as I can.
Well, thanks, JB. I mean, that's pretty much all the time we have for this segment, but you know, you can check out the show notes. The VTRC and its information is there. Warrior Built's information, PTSD Foundation's information is there. Combat Connect is there for this time, and you can find a lot of information throughout all my podcasts. the Combat Vet Vision has many different podcasts for veterans and anybody really that's looking for any kind of information in regards to veteran support. If some of these podcasts relate to you, they may be beneficial for you in some way, shape, or form. You just never know. So,
and if you do want to reach the VTRC Veterans Transition Resource Center, you can go to VTRC.us and drop us a line. We'll be sure to get back to you.
Well, thanks, JB. Awesome. Great to be here. Hey, until next time, it's great to have everybody. We'll talk to you next time. Strength and honor. Out.
The only way, and we need nothing more. The only way, together forever, that's for sure.